In today's episode of I can't do this anymore. Okay, so that was me faking mystery reporter voice. What did you think? Okay, well there's your fresh intro. Take it or leave it. Anyway, if you have not gotten the point yet, today's episode in our film series features Saisha. I have not mentioned that yet, but it features Saisha! Woo! Thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
So we're going to be talking about, I think it's her favorite genre.
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to introduce it yourself, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I think you already said in the first thing, so I don't know what to really say, but yeah, it's mystery and spy.
Mystery!
Yeah, mystery spy.
Woo!
Okay.
But yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. So we know the drill. There's a list, and we will recommend, we will roast, we will review, we will do it all. I'm getting a little too carried away here, so I will just let Sasha and Charlotte take it away.
Okay. Why don't we let Charlotte go first with her list? I think she did this last time, but I'll let her do it again.
Okay, so I actually only have one movie on my recommendation list, which is called Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. And I actually talked about the movie with Saisha and Brianna, and unsurprisingly, no one knew. I feel like no one really knows this movie. Okay, so basically, this movie is about during the Cold Wars, M16 is trying to find out a Soviet secret agent hiding like among them. And there are problems with this movie, I admit. It's like a 3-hour film, extremely British, extremely boring, extremely depressed. And I had to watch it for like 3 times or 4 times to finally get to the end. So like I strongly recommend you guys, like if you really want to watch this movie, like watch it in an afternoon when you know no one would disturb you, so you could just focus and pay attention. And that's it. My recommendation / roast. Yeah, anyway, Saisha.
Okay, here we go. Surprisingly, I don't have a lot of recommendations, or like many movies, because first of all, I mentioned a lot of them in the first thing I think I did, so it's not really
Yes, that episode is called Opinions, Reviews, and Roasts
Yeah.
on TV shows. And the link will be in our description. Please go check that out for Saisha's whole review. Yeah, that was our first
Yay.
feature. Oops. I just like shook my desk.
Oh.
But anyway, back to the point.
So I'm gonna start with the ones that I think I've talked about before, because yeah, just get those out of the way. Like 2 of them are foreign, so fun. First one is Fauzi. It's about this. Have I talked? I think I have. It's about this Indian woman whose dad pretends to be friends with this Pakistani high-ranking officer, but then he dies and he wants his daughter to continue his work, so he gets the daughter married before he dies to the high-ranking officer's son, so then she can get intel. And this is actually based on a true story. Yeah, and so she had to live this like secret life, and like at a point she did start loving her husband, and like she had a kid, but then people found out, so then they tried to kill her, and she like ran away, but the intel that she got actually saved India from a pretty bad attack in the, I think it was Navy. So yeah, so good for that, but like her entire personal life was ruined. But yeah, it's a really good. Okay, I really spoiled the movie, but like
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's
The
a
sacrifices.
I know, but yeah, it's pretty good. So can you go watch that? Okay, I'll just like quickly summarize each thing. Then Badla is about a woman who cheats on her husband, but then the guy she's having an affair with dies mysteriously, so then she hires a lawyer to like get it all sorted out. Then the next one, I don't know if I've talked about this actually, so I'll skip that one. I think I talked about Money Monster. but Money Monster is basically this movie where this guy, he runs like a show about stock. On the show, he exaggerates like, oh, this stock will get you so much money. And this guy whose wife or girlfriend or something is pregnant, and he doesn't earn much money, he trusts him and he buys the stock. But then the stock prices go down, so then his whole life is ruined. So then he goes to the show set and holds him hostage, and yeah, it's a really interesting movie. But yeah.
I feel like this type of guy is why I lost the business stock competition in the stock stimulator.
I know. I actually hated that assignment. Anyways.
A tip, do not Google which stock to buy, because it's likely not gonna be worth it.
Sounds good.
I know.
I will take note of that.
And then, oh yeah, I talked about this, The Crown. This is supposed to be more of like a historical type of thing, but I think of it as mystery because it is mysterious at times. It's like based on the British royal family, and it starts from when Queen Elizabeth takes over and she becomes the queen of
Oh yeah,
the UK. Yeah. So it's a pretty good TV show. And that's the stuff I have talked about before. Now I'll move on to the stuff I have not talked about.
Wait. Just quickly, like in 10 seconds, can you tell us which you would recommend and which you would not recommend?
I would recommend all of them, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Cool. As you can tell
Sorry?
No, I was just gonna say, as you can tell from my past reviews, I'm not very expressive on how I feel about a certain movie.
And I was just going to say, well, I guess our viewers will have to check out the link in our bio to find out why they're all recommended.
You should have heard me in the action movie episode. It's basically like, oh, this guy is handsome. Watch it. Muscular dudes. Nice movie.
Oh my gosh. And then half of it is just me Googling pictures of these people and finding out that they're all like
50 years old.
Episode. Oh my god, our K-drama episode.
Okay.
Though, that was something different, our K-drama one. That was also the same thing. Brianna confused about who's Song Joong Ki. Anyway.
He's perfection.
Wait, what does he look like again?
Oh,
we got carried
search
away.
him up on your own time.
Okay, I'll search him up while Sasha gets started.
Yeah. First one, I don't remember if I talked about it, but I don't think I have. It's called Now You See Me. So basically, I think it's considered a caper movie, but I'm not too sure. It's about this magician, and he wants to rob a bunch of money, so he gets all of these people with different magic talent, and together they pull a money heist. It's pretty interesting. So
Guys, I found his picture.
Did you?
Yeah.
What does it look like? What do you think?
What do you think?
What do you think?
As if my opinion matters.
Well, if you say he looks bad, I will aggressively tweet us.
Yes.
Oh.
Same.
I mean...
You better not say anything.
I am a little pressured right now. I think this shouldn't go on a public website, so... We can discuss this afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, continue.
Next one. Anyways, Money Monster. No, not Money Monster. Now You See Me is pretty good, and I'd recommend it. It gets a little, I feel like the next few movies of it are pretty weird. And it does get a little, ridiculous at times. But overall, it's, an okay watch. So I would kind of recommend it. Murder Mystery is my next one. Oh my god, this one's so good. I found it so funny. I watched it with my parents. So that's a parent-approved movie, kind of. I mean, there were some scenes you had to skip, but it was okay. It has Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler. I feel like every Adam Sandler movie is really, really good. It's really funny, but his movies are always kind of inappropriate to watch with families. So that's kind of a downside, but it's about this couple who never really had a honeymoon, so they take this cruise, but then someone gets murdered on it. So then they try to find out who is the murderer and stuff like that. And like you would think it's kind of dark, but it's not dark at all. It's like completely lighthearted and funny. So I definitely would recommend that. It was pretty good. Next one. Okay, I don't remember if I watched this fully. Oh my God, I keep dropping my mic. I don't remember if I watched this fully, but next one is Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yes.
I'm getting a sense of excitement from Charlotte.
Tom Cruise. Yes.
Oh my
Tom Cruise.
gosh.
Except
I
he's
thought
like-
you were legit going to finally say something about cool plot, and you're like, Tom Cruise.
You know Tom Cruise actually lived in Canada? I think he's Canadian or something. I think he lived in our city, which is pretty fun.
What?
Yeah, so did Ryan Gosling.
And I didn't know about this?
I know, it's like, what?
I feel like I just
yeah.
need everyone to know Chandler Bing is our proud alumni.
I know, it's literally...
All those Friends fans out there.
Yup.
Ooh.
But, yeah. I don't know really how to explain it, because I think there were movies before that I hadn't watched, so I didn't get the full thing, but I can't even summarize it really. It's just action and mystery combined, and Tom Cruise. So, yeah, I think it was pretty okay. Nothing too great, nothing too bad, so yeah, watch at your will. I don't know what to say. Okay. Oh, next one is a foreign film. It is a Bollywood movie. This one is called Bazigar. So, if you know anything about Bollywood, you might know Shah Rukh Khan. This was like one of Shah Rukh Khan's like best like popular movies. Basically, it's about this. Hold on, let me search up the summary because I can't even summarize it. It's about this guy, and he's like, yeah. Okay, let me read the summary from Google. A cold-blooded killer with a vendetta charms. Wait, no, wait, I didn't read it. A cold-blooded.
Sorry. I'm literally laughing at you when I can't pronounce it myself. So.
It's okay, I laugh at myself too. A cold-blooded killer with a vendetta charms a businessman's elder daughter and then kills her in a way that would make it seem like a case of suicide. He then plots to destroy the rest of the family.
I love
So it's really
Bollywood movies. They sound so
literally
dramatic.
they're the best. And they are dramatic, but it's like a good dramatic. But yeah, it is so good, and it's like so like captivating, and the songs,
The soundtrack.
clap clap clap. The soundtrack is amazing. But yeah, and it's like it's really good. You know, it's about Shah Rukh Khan, so like good looks. And yeah, the plot is also really interesting, and like yeah, it's captivating. Definitely. That's all I can think of right now. I feel like I have the same vocabulary for each movie review I do. Oh yeah, it's good. The plot is good. It's captivating. the actresses.
Actually, I'm very happy to inform you that that's the first time you've used captivating.
Oh really?
Celebration.
Yes. I'm finally expanding my vocabulary. Oh my,
Oh my
god.
gosh. Let me search on thesaurus.com.
Oh my god.
Okay, what's next?
Next is a movie called Dawn. I put this as a joke. Okay, this movie is like trash. It is horrible. It is so cringy. Like, you can't even believe a second of it. I mean, maybe for like a non-Bollywood watcher, it would be okay. But I feel like for Indian people, if you watch it, it's really, really cringy because it's a remake of Amitabh Bachchan's movie Dawn from like 1970 something. You know, olden times. You know, medieval ages. So this guy, Shah Rukh Khan, he tried to remake it, and it was a fail. It wasn't good. His acting is so bad. It's so cringy. It's like you can't even believe a second of it, especially after you watch the original Dawn. You can't believe a second of what Shah Rukh Khan is saying. So I put it as a joke. But yeah.
So it wasn't enthralling, charming, enchanting, bewitching, fascinating, beguiling, entrancing, enrapturing, delightful, beautiful, attractive,
not.
alluring, lure, winning, ensnare, dazzle, absorb, engross, rivet, grip, hypnotize, memorize, spellbind, infatuate, and the more seduce, woo, ravish, charming, again, enchanting, bewitching, why is this repeating? Beautiful, charismatic.
I learned
Oh
more
my God,
words
yeah, I
in the
think-
past 2 minutes than my whole year of English class.
I know, same.
Hey, hire me.
Hire me. Hire Brianna. But yeah, it's supposed to be a mystery movie, but it's pretty bad. I would say if you want to watch Dawn, if you like the plot of Dawn, then you should watch the original. Hold on, let me show you, not show you, let me read the plot for the 1970 movie. Okay.
I know, like, when people usually remake movies, the plot kind of changes. a
Yeah, they
lot.
changed the plot, and then no, just no. Okay, so the 1978 movie, the plot is Dawn, a wanted criminal, succumbs to his injuries in a police chase. Things take a turn when Vijay, a lookalike of Dawn, replaces him and tries to trace the details of his illegal activities. So yeah, it's pretty okay, I'd say. I think I liked the 1970 something version, so you can go watch that.
I feel like old movies are all better.
Yeah,
Because
honestly.
people actually tried. Now it's just like copy paste,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, and like the same overused plots.
And then with just like different handsome actors.
I nominate
I know.
Quirky Girls.
Oh my god, for real. And then there's always like the minority side character that's in there for diversity.
We just, can some director like hit us up, right?
I know. Oh my god. It's,
This is gonna be the highest grossing movie of 2021.
yeah. Okay, I think this is like the last one I'll say because I don't think my other recommendations are too good. But I have.
You can mention them.
Yeah, I'll mention them. The next one is again a Indian movie. It's called Dar. This one, by surprise, is another Shah Rukh Khan movie. This
Someone's
one,
a fan.
oh my god, this one, how do I even explain it? It's actually, it kind of fits into like horror, but not really. It more like, no, thriller, but,
Sneak peek.
oh yeah,
Sneak peek.
oh my god, my voice.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's just like, anyways, but it's also like mystery at the same time, so it's a stalker movie. Okay, so let me read the plots. Rahul is obsessed with Kiran and stalks her constantly. However, Rahul goes berserk when she gets engaged to Sunil, a Navy officer, and he decides to forcefully claim Kiran for himself. So it is a little scary, but like with the amount of like, I feel like Charlotte's scale of scary is way different than mine. She can watch it and laugh. I think about that every day. I'm not gonna lie. That is a moment that lives in my head rent free. How do you watch it and not like die of like scariness? Like,
Because I have the
Oh my
memory
God.
span of a goldfish, and I basically just forget everything.
oh my god.
Except your English grade.
But anyways,
Wait, did you
continue.
download it? I didn't know you can download it. Oh, I'll just have to take a screenshot, I guess. Anyways, so that it has really good acting. It has a captivating plot line.
Enthralling.
And yes, enthralling, all of those synonym words. Also, the soundtrack is really, really good. What else is good about it? Everything is good about it. Yeah, oh, actually, the song that the movie starts with, you would like, if you didn't know about the movie, you would think it's just a romantic song. But there's a line in the song that says like, so first of all, it's a basic romantic song where it's like your eyes have magic and then your eyesight is like amazing or something.
Are there
So
Star
then-
and Shooting Star references?
I have no idea, but it was like, I don't know. But yeah, then there's a line where it's like, whether you like it or not, you're mine. And like,
Oh.
if for the regular listener, it might just like pass through your head, like, okay, no, he's just being like romantic. But if you watch the movie, it's anytime you listen to it, it gets creepy because he's like, whether you like it or not, you're mine. And it's so sad because the guy's mom has passed away, and he like thinks that he's alive. He's like delusional and like talks to the mom on the phone. It's sad as well, and you end up feeling bad for the guy in the end. But like also he like wanted to murder her, um, what's it called, fiance. So yeah, it's a pretty good movie, I'd say.
Cool.
Yeah,
Mm.
I guess that's it from me.
Were there any that just barely didn't make the cut?
Oh yeah, um, so there's Johnny English, which is from Rowan Atkinson. It's a pretty good movie as well, I'd say. It's a spy movie, so. And I also laughed a lot when I watched it. Like, literally, I was on the, like, you know how people like, oh my god, I'm on the floor crying. No, like, literally, I was on the floor crying out of laughter with my parents. And, the other one is Get Smart. This one has, what's his name? Okay, the guy who plays Michael Scott in The Office. And Anne Hathaway. So
Anne
those are the,
Hathaway!
I know, I love Anne Hathaway.
Oh my gosh.
Literally, she's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was okay. It wasn't too great. It wasn't too bad. So that's definitely it's up to you whether you want to watch that one. That's another spy movie.
Guys, let's talk about all the Sherlock Holmes remakes.
Oh yes, that it deserves its own like section in this thing. But
Okay, segue into our next little section.
yeah,
So,
section.
Here we go, talking all about Sherlock Holmes.
Before
Here
we
go.
start Sherlock Holmes, I would just like to clarify and state that Agatha Christie is so much more better.
Who? Agatha? Who?
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie.
Who's Agatha Christie?
Even I know her.
Wait. I think I might know her, but I just
She's like the.
Like,
Is it?
the detective
Agatha.
story queen.
She's like,
Oh,
yeah,
I don't know who she is.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Oh, she wrote Murder on the
Yeah.
Orient Express?
There's
Oh,
Murder
so
on
she,
the
like-
Nile, Evil Under the Sun,
Oh.
Murder on the Oriental Express, like a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay, so she like good. Okay.
And
Wow, this is like even more tragic than me not knowing the Korean whoever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want anyone to feel like they're a nobody. I'm just like kind of uncultured and I don't really watch anything, so I don't really know actors. Yeah. So please forgive me and don't roast me in the comments. Except we haven't been getting any comments, so I don't even know
I
if that's
know.
good or bad. But like, please go comment, comment, subscribe. I just dropped my phone, but it's okay.
we would like to thank Lindsay for all the support and comments she has
Yes,
given
thank
us.
you,
Thank you.
Lindsay.
Thank you so much. Anyways, back to Sherlock.
Back to Sherlock, yeah. Okay, so I used to watch like this Sherlock show with my dad.
Oh.
It was pretty good. Like me and my dad used to love it. I don't remember which, because I know that there have been like a bunch of Sherlock Holmes series, so I don't know exactly which one it is.
Oh wait, by the way, this is probably like a really bad time, but remind me to talk about Enola Holmes after.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna add Enola Holmes on my list, but I didn't know if I should.
Yeah, let's talk about her after. Yeah.
Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, I used to watch this show, and then I heard of the Sherlock. Like there's a new Sherlock Holmes TV series, which isn't exactly like 1800s, like the typical one. It's like this new kind of one.
Oh, is it
That's
the
on
one
BBC?
with Benedict Cumberbatch?
That might be his name. I only know the face.
my
He has like
gosh.
curly hair. That's all I know. He has
Yeah,
curly hair.
that's the version I watched.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
And-
didn't.
Charlotte
don't
was
know.
guilty to say.
Yeah, because like in the first 2 seasons, it was actually nice and quite enjoyable. And then it turned very, very absurd and something that
Not
words
interesting.
can't describe.
Was it just like completely unrealistic and unbelievable?
Sherlock faked his death and then came back to life.
That's weird. See, like that's like the type of thing that like I used to watch Stranger Things with my dad. And I watched the first season. I loved the first season. But then like so then we started watching season 2, but season 2 was just kind of like it's the same stuff over and over again. And then I recently heard, not recently, it's been a few months actually, more than a few months, but it's been some time, and I heard that like now it has something to do with the Russians, and like, what's his name? The cop in the show, he like comes back. I saw the scene where he comes back and like, where he comes back in the snow and something like that. Like, I don't even know why they're dragging it on like that, but yeah, yeah, that was just a random thing.
Back to Holmes.
Yeah, back to home. So, I like that TV series, but then I watched the Robert Downey Jr. movie. Well, I tried to. I don't even know what that was. Like, it wasn't like it was bad, but it was just so boring and long that I don't think I even watched past like 20 minutes. So I feel like the people who try to make Sherlock inspired things now is just really like they're not good. Like they're all very, I don't know how to explain it. They're either boring or they're too long, or they completely change the whole plot line of Sherlock, so then it just becomes not even Sherlock, just a detective guy who's really got it, really good at his job. And so yeah, that's what I think. What are your opinions, Charlotte?
I also have to roast like another like modern times Sherlock series.
Ooh.
It's called Elementary, and I find it actually acceptable, except Watson turned into a woman. I mean, no offense, we are feminists, but
Of course.
no.
I feel like they should just keep the original elements of Sherlock
Yeah.
at the least.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry? You go.
No, I had nothing to say.
No, you go. I keep interrupting you.
No, but,
literally
like, I
in the
didn't
last
have-
last episode, featuring Saisha, the caption person was like, Brianna interrupts Saisha. Brianna interrupts Saisha again. Saisha is pissed off but doesn't show it.
No, I wouldn't be pissed off.
I'm
No.
like, whoa, I read these things. Not happening again, even though it will happen again, but I just okay.
You good there?
What's that elephant sound?
I don't know.
Can we just talk about Charlotte?
Charlotte. Sometimes I think I've said it before, Charlotte.
It's okay.
I
People
don't know
call me
why.
Charlotte. It's okay.
Which one's worse? What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's one of those storylines where it's like good and it's like seriously, genuinely really good, and then people just remake it over and over and over again. And number one, people either get fed up with it. Number two, it just gets worse and worse, and it goes downhill and it falls apart. Number
Yeah.
three, it just gets boring, and that probably goes back to my first point. But yeah, people just make it worse and worse.
Yeah.
And it's so repetitive, you know, and it's like genuinely good at first, but then everyone's just so done with it after that it kind of loses its significance. So.
Yeah. Like, I think people should stop trying to remake any Sherlock Holmes thing. Because, like, I think it's so overdone at this point. Like, just watch the OG stuff. Just read the OG stuff. Don't try to remake it. Yeah.
I think I even read the books, and I like.
I've never read the books. I've only watched that TV show that I used to watch
barely
with my dad, and that was it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Enola now.
Yeah.
I think it was very fresh that Netflix decided to finally shed light on his sister instead of remaking Sherlock again.
Well, to be honest, I didn't even know Sherlock had a sister.
Yeah, same. I only knew until, like the first time I found out was when I watched the trailer for Enola Holmes.
The newer one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Enola Holmes is actually also a book, and I have
Mhm.
that book.
Oh.
Have any of you guys read it?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty different from the book, the movie.
Oh.
And I have not watched the movie because, like I said, I have no network subscriptions. But I mean, I hear it's good. So do you have
Yeah.
anything to add?
Yeah, so I watched it. It has Millie Bobby Brown and what's his name? Louise Partridge? Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Louis. Partridge
Oh my
in a
god.
pear tree. Sorry. We're getting copyright strike. Okay, so editor, please, Sasha's face right now.
I can't.
Do you want to do that again?
I can't
My
anymore.
lovely vocals.
Oh my god. No, we have to keep that though. Let's keep
Okay.
it. But yeah.
On the first.
Oh my no.
Okay.
Oh
Anyway,
god.
what were you saying?
I was saying it has Louise Partridge, which I really love. I really love. I think they're coming out with another movie, but I'm not quite
Sequel.
sure. But yeah, I thought it was really good. And like I kind of liked how not kind of. I like it was like a feminist movie, you know? It was that she was like expected to be a lady and whatnot. Um
Make fun of her British accent in the comments.
please do. I
No,
need some
don't.
humble.
No.
Oh, I need some humbling. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so like she's expected to be a lady and stuff, but then she's not. She completely does not conform to the gender roles or expectations of that time. And also like Henry Cavill is in the movie. That's always a plus. That's always a plus.
Not
And it has
again.
Millie Bobby. Did I say it has Millie Bobby Brown? I did,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think it was just a pretty good movie in general. Also a type of movie you can watch with your parents. I say this because I have such a hard time finding movies I can watch with my parents. So like I'm just putting this out there for anyone who who like needs things to watch with their parents. So
And
yeah,
there's
that's
no
all
like
I
age
have to
limit to watching things with your parents because it's just like sometimes you need people by your side to react with you, right?
say. Yeah.
Well,
Right?
my
It's like
mom falls
family
asleep, so
Hey Charlotte, don't tell me you don't fall asleep.
I might or might have. I neither confirm nor deny.
I will confirm for
God.
her. Anyway, so what a nice lead in to our conclusion. So that will be it, I think. That's what we say every single time. Oh my gosh, okay. It will be now. for today's. Okay, I'm restarting that. It will be now for this week's film series episode. Thank you so much to Saisha for joining us.
No problem.
It was very fun to
Yeah.
react and have technical issues with you.
Thank you.
We've been
We
through
look
a
forward
lot.
to having you back in future episodes.
Yep.
Don't forget to
Like, subscribe, and comment.
and
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
woo,
And we'll
and
see you.
we will.
Oops.
Oh my gosh, jinxing me.
I'm sorry.
Redo
You
it.
do the outro.
And we'll see you next Saturday at 6 p.m.
Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.